This is Nightline. Tonight, the Britney Spears arrest video. Dashcam video of the pop star's recent DUI arrest. The toxic singer cuffed after failing field sobriety test. What she asked police. Plus, the nightmare upstairs.
This is for real, guys.
Two kids locking themselves in their own bedroom, gripping the internet with a round-the-clock live stream.
Me and my little sister have been refusing to go to visits with my biological father, and now I'm having to be barricaded in my room.
Now the dark backstory behind their 54-day protest.
Me and Britney have had nightmares about you.
I love you.
You just don't want to be caught by the judge.
The surprising thing that put an end to the bitter battle. And with the war in Iran in its third month, honoring one family's journey.
War was always my concern, but I was able to adjust and accept it because he loved it so much.
A son and an airman in service to his country.
How did you all hear what had happened?
War with Iran. Nightline special coverage continues. Tonight is day 83. Plus, athlete and scholar, tennis legend Billie Jean King's milestone, 65 years in the making. From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, another twist in the saga of pop princess Britney Spears. Dashcam video just out showing the moment shortly after Spears was pulled over for suspected DUI.
Okay. All right, we're just going to go on the sidewalk over here, okay?
Dramatic newly released dashcam video showing Britney Spears, pop princess, cuffed and arrested for that March DUI. At one point, the 44-year-old seen wearing a hat and long dress as police walk her past the camera.
Wait, did you guys take my phone?
Yeah, your phone's in your purse.
I know, but did you guys take it out of my phone, my purse?
No, it's still in there.
The police report says officers noticed a distinct odor of alcohol on Britney and say she admitted to taking multiple prescription medications that day.
I take Lamictal and Prozac every morning, okay? I'm like a Stepford wife.
Britney on your left! It's the latest twist in the saga of the pop princess, from the highs of fame with hits like Toxic to the lows of her conservatorship, which led to the Free Britney movement.
From Rancho Road, a black BMW sedan in and out of lanes and near TC, now speeding.
The singer was pulled over back on that Wednesday night in March after calls of someone allegedly driving erratically.
It's in and out of lanes, erratically slamming on the brakes, almost sideswiped a couple vehicles.
The new dashcam footage shows officers taking Spears through several field sobriety tests, which they say she failed. Britney later voluntarily went to rehab in April and eventually cut a plea deal on the arrest, including 12 months probation. We switch gears now to the gripping story of two siblings caught in the middle of a bitter custody battle. When their voices went unheard, the brother and sister decided to take matters into their own hands, barricading themselves in their bedroom and live streaming it all. The internet snapped to attention. It was the barricade that gripped the internet.
This is for real, guys.
Two young siblings locked up in their own bedroom in their Utah home, refusing to come out for 54 days.
I got a story I need to tell you guys about my life. Me and my little sister have been refusing to go to visits with my biological father, and now I'm having to be barricaded in my room.
Live streaming their ordeal on Twitch, thousands of strangers gripped by their every move, 24 hours a day from their makeshift kitchen.
Cooking area right here.
To the hole they cut in their wall to access the bathroom.
How are these kids even physically doing this? How are they eating? How are they surviving?
At the heart of the issue, a legal battle between their parents, suing each other for custody after both children accused their father of abuse. It all came to a head in December of 2022, when a custody battle forced them to reunite with their father. The astonishing ordeal told in the nightmare upstairs what happened to Ty and Bryn.
You just don't want to be caught by the judge.
It's a lie. I have not done anything.
A new docuseries now playing on Hulu, going behind closed doors and revealing intimate details about the case.
I think for people to really feel and to understand what this family was going through, you need to feel like you're in the room with them. You know, I wanted people to feel like they could smell the ramen noodles that they were making in their room.
Caitlin Keating is the co-director. She spent 3 years piecing the story together.
How many times are you allowed to be wrong and destroy lives?
This project came thanks to the last documentary she produced.
I had a previous documentary that got into kind of similar issues, and it was on the heels of that film coming out, Take Care of Maya.
But they didn't listen.
They accused Iata of medical child abuse.
I started getting all of these messages from parents around the entire country saying that the story of parental alienation combined with an allegation of abuse was a story that I had to pursue.
Amidst all the DMs and emails, Ty and Bryn stood out. So Caitlin reached out to their mother, Jessica.
We found the story after they had barricaded, so we were able to document a lot of it in real time.
Basically, it was an impulse decision. Like, if we're doing it, we need to go now. I run downstairs, I go into our food stores, granola bars, ramen noodles.
We first met with Jessica's art and the children, and I think our previous work was quite validating, showing how fair and sensitive we would be with their time, with their words, with their story.
When two kids feel strong enough to barricade in a bedroom, trial is what we will have to face, and that is what we will do.
Caitlin also reached out to the children's biological father's side and ultimately interviewed Ty and Brindley's grandmother.
Jolene Larson decided to speak for the family. You know, we contacted Brent Larson many times. We were just so grateful that she spoke to us because we really wanted this to be fair and balanced.
It didn't matter how the kids felt. It didn't matter how healthy it was. Jessica could not handle the kids reuniting with their father.
Cameras were rolling as they navigated the maze of the family court system, from hearings to trial.
Social media is a massive part of this story. You know, I don't think family court is prepared for that when Ty just, put the camera to his face and told his story and told his truth. So we would not be sitting here right now if they didn't take to social media.
The 6-year legal battle started after Ty and Bryn accused their dad, Brent, of sexual abuse. He was never charged, and he accused his ex-wife Jessica of parental alienation.
Parental alienation essentially is when someone claims that their ex, right, in a very high conflict custody battle, is basically keeping them away from their child or children, that they are coaching them, brainwashing them to want to not be with that parent. So when you bring this into family court, it becomes very challenging when you have an accusation of abuse and then you have a counter accusation of alienation, because it's not tangible. It's very hard to prove.
Parental alienation is real, and it is a horrible form of psychological abuse that hurts the child's development and will affect them the rest of their life.
Everyone we spoke to is devastated, and they all just love these children and they want what's best for them. You'll see people who just wanted to do everything for these children, except one side saw manipulation and the other side saw protection.
The docuseries diving into personal family recordings, including a confrontation during a visit recorded by Brent.
Me and Brinley have had nightmares about you.
I love you.
You just don't want to be caught by the judge. And if you think that my mom told me to do this, no.
Have you prayed about any of this?
Yes, I prayed every night.
I love you, Brindley, and I love you, Ty.
I don't think so.
The court ordered the children to undergo reunification therapy to reunite with their father.
Once there's been an allegation of parental alienation, often a judge will say that after talking to many experts that they think the child should be reunified with the parent that has been alienated.
Bryn had been going to all of the visits.
Brindley? Hi, Bryn. Hi, Bryn.
At that point, BJ brought a camera into the visit, a GoPro, and he started recording the visits.
Oh, I love him. Or is it a her? It's got pink.
We had so many instances that we were accused of things that did not happen, and so we really felt like we had to record.
So for several months, Brindley did cooperate a little bit more. Again, she tries to make the best of everything.
Bye. Bryn, will you tell Ty I love him too? Please? And I miss him. Okay, I love you. See ya.
But it was taking a toll on everybody, particularly on Brinley. She would come home and just break down and cry, just wanting visits to stop.
Ty and Brinley's journey went on for many years.
The years-long legal saga only ending after Brent eventually gave up his parental rights, saying he didn't want his children to continue to suffer, culminating in an unexpected video message.
You ready to do this, BJ?
We just hope that there's a lot of empathy and compassion for both sides, because both sides do agree on one thing, and it's that the children were hurt. It's just they disagree on who hurt them.
The children do not currently have a relationship with their biological father. Brinley is now 15 years old and in high school, and Ty, who's 18, has taken on the role of advocate, talking about family court and children's rights.
I think it was something that they thought a lot about and really thought that some good could come out of this.
Now it's up to the viewers to watch and figure out what this story means to them.
I want people to listen to all the truths, to realize just it's okay to be uncomfortable, kind of accepting that enormous harm can happen even when multiple people are acting out of love, protection, and desperation.
And when we come back, a young airman proudly serving his country, the war with Iran through the eyes of one American family. Welcome back. As Memorial Day approaches, the war with Iran will soon enter its 4th month. Tonight, we bring you the story of the trailblazing Tyler Simmons, talented airman, beloved son, and proud patriot. This is day 83 of the war with Iran. High above the clouds, at 20,000 feet, a mid-air ballet of sorts, a marriage of high-tech and human touch. Day or night, fighter jets, cargo giants, gliding in and out of formation, a delicate dance, refueling in mid-flight. At the controls as boom operator, Master Sgt. Tyler Simmons of the Ohio Air National Guard.
And the boom operator is the one who fuels the planes in midair. It takes a lot of dexterity, such precision in doing that. He is in an elite group of minorities. It's not usual to see African-American men in that position. Made me very proud.
Long before becoming an airman, Ty stood out. Gifted student, star quarterback, touchdown, youthful swagger, with an old soul's charm.
These are badges here that Tyler has.
The pride and joy of his parents, Cheryl and Milo Simmons, their only child.
Mama says I'm special, that he could wear on his uniform. I did not want him to join the Air Force. I had to be fully convinced that that was a good move, and that was because war was always a possibility. This was always my concern, is war. But I was able to adjust and accept it because he loved it so much.
Across 6 years, Tyler logged nearly 800 flight hours, 230 of them in combat serving across multiple deployments, including the escalating war with Iran. He and his parents discussed the dangers. It was always a distant fear, until...
Breaking news. 2 aircraft were involved in some sort of incident.
A U.S. military refueling plane went down in western Iraq.
How did you all hear what had happened?
It was 10 o'clock at night, and it was the doorbell rang. I was like, oh, this can't be good. I saw the officers from the military at the front door. It's like, oh no, I knew. Just when I saw them out there. I'll never forget that. It changed me, because I realized that that my life would never be the same.
Tyler Simmons was 28, one of 6 killed during a refueling accident in March over the skies of Iraq. The Air Force has said the incident is still under investigation.
People throw around the word patriotic and patriot all the time. Do you think most Americans have any idea what this time is like for you and your wife and your family?
Probably not. There's certain things that happen that you have no concept until you experience it. I've never imagined feeling the depth of hurt and sense of loss.
For Milo and Cheryl, this Memorial Day weekend takes on a deeply personal, painful new meaning. With the war in its third month, the numbers tell the story. At least 406 troops wounded, 13 service members killed. Behind every number is a name, a family longing for their loved one to come home.
Tyler was just living his best life. I'm so happy and so proud to be his mother because he was just a wonderful, amazing son.
We always think of those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for this country. I just want to tell the families that we honor them, we love them, we pray for them.
Here at the monthly Veterans Beer Club in San Diego, the uniforms are gone, but the conversations are familiar. The scars and stories, hard-earned.
Thank you for your service, for your leadership, and for...
My military service was 100% worth it. I was proud to serve next to my fellow brothers and sisters.
Phil Kendrow is a retired Marine pilot who flew combat missions in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Who here needs a job? Raise your
This
hand.
apolitical networking group was co-founded by Phil for veterans to support one another.
A number of veterans will probably have 3 jobs in their first 5 years, and so we're there when they need another job.
And now they watch a new generation serving and sacrificing in another war.
It reactivates the feeling of camaraderie. You all buckle down and you go do your job. And how you feel about politics, that's not for you to decide.
Can you show me the video from...
For Tyler's parents, in the aftermath of loss, the little things have become everything. A way to see Tyler again.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
TY is out.
He's not coming home. And we know we'll see him again later, but today, he's not coming home. My baby boy, I'm gonna miss him. I miss him.
What has this experience taught you about the cost of war?
It's actually taught me more about life. Cherish the ones you have. Use the time that you have like it was your last day, because you never know when your number's up.
What keeps you two going?
Knowing that he would want us to do that. Tyler was not a quitter.
When you mentioned his legacy, I thought one could add to that, raised right and loved deeply.
Absolutely.
Our deep thanks to Cheryl and Milo Simmons and to Tyler Simmons, along with all the men and women who serve their country and their families who support them. When we come back, Billie Jean King's surprising new milestone, 65 years in the making, and it has nothing to do with tennis. Finally tonight, tennis legend Billie Jean King won dozens of Grand Slam titles during her amazing career. But there's one award she didn't have, a college diploma, until now. It's tonight's Nightlight.
Billie Jean King.
The 82-year-old becoming a member of Cal State's class of 2026, more than 6 decades after dropping out to pursue tennis full-time. The octogenarian finished her classes, earning a bachelor's degree in history and taking the podium at commencement.
Everything you do, winning or losing, good or bad, it's feedback, not failure.
Saying afterward, it's never too late. Whatever age you are, whatever your abilities are, go for it, if you want it. Hard-earned wisdom there. And that's Nightline for this evening. Watch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks for the company, America. Good night.